So I have been doing these low buy check-ins every single month because I am back on my low buy. And I feel like most months I come in here and I'm like, you guys, I'm patting myself on the back. I'm so proud of myself. I kept to my low buy this month. This is going to be different. So there are certain things I like to check in with every single low buy. So I do want to tell you everything that I bought that month. Now that might not just be makeup, skincare, hair care. It might also be clothing or accessories, things like that. Because when I say low buy, I want to be on a low buy. I want to be spending less money in general. I want to be saving more. I want to be using the stuff that I have and really appreciating it. But I'm going to tell you everything that I bought that month. Also, I always tell you everything that I received in PR that month because I don't want it to ever be like, hey, I didn't buy any makeup at all, but I have all this new makeup in my collection. Like, I do want to be fair and always tell you about that, and I tell you the value of that PR as well. We will talk about items I wanted to buy but didn't, ones where I actually held strong. I'm going to talk about older products that I have been absolutely loving. I will tell you if I wound up getting rid of anything in my collection, and maybe just other things bringing me joy. Usually that has nothing at all to do with makeup or, beauty in general, just something that's bringing me joy right now. We're going to start off, though, with the big category, which is what I purchased this month. Now, one thing that I do want to say is that I know I don't need to make an excuse, but I do want to put the caveat in there that for the first time in a very long time, my husband and I did get back a little bit of a tax refund when we filed our taxes. So I made a promise to myself that with my portion, we did split the refund right down the middle with my portion. I paid some bills, I put some in savings, and I left myself a bit to play with because I feel like I really have been good. But I also don't feel like that excuses what I spent this month. I spent more this month than I have in a long time. And I'll be honest, like, I'm not completely proud of that fact. And I'm beating myself up a little bit about it. And I know I shouldn't be, but let's get into it. So let's start with makeup. The biggest thing that I did purchase was the entire Kiss and Glam Light collection. I've been having fun playing with this. Like, I wore it today. I have a full review on my channel that will be listed down in the description box below. But I've been having a lot of fun playing with it. Now, the reason where I'm sort of like twinging about it is it the best makeup collection I've ever owned? It absolutely is not. The quality is good. It's decent, but it's not mind-blowing at all. So I'm always sort of torn by it, but I do not necessarily regret purchasing it at the same time. Like, even this box, this is such a damn cool box to have. And, some of the products I'm going to use very often. I've used the mascara a whole lot. I have used those black and white bases a few times. I've even used the palette a few times, and I'm having fun with it. But do I think that it was necessarily worth the $102, I think it was, that I paid? I don't know that it was. I don't know that it was, but that is something that I did purchase. The other thing that I did purchase makeup-wise is from Salt New York. Now, I've talked in the past about how I've been curious about this brand but have never tried them, and they put out their Best Case Concealer last week, and I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time to try it. And then, literally, the second I placed my order, less than 24 hours later, I got an email saying that I am going to be receiving PR from the company. It's only like a one-time PR, and I'm going to be receiving it next week. But I had already placed my order and I decided not to cancel it because I do really want to try it. And also, like, they're not a massive company, so I still do want to support them. But I have to talk about this kind of experience real quick. So the way that Salt New York works is that you can purchase a palette, you don't have to, and then they sell magnetic refills for the palette. So you can also buy like a single use, not a single use, excuse me, a single place to put a single compact, to place a refill in. So you don't have to buy the full palette, but I wanted to buy the palette to try a few different products. It was not the cheapest. So with a discount code, I spent $84 there. But look at this presentation. First, we have this like canvas bag, which I think is really cute. And then the palette itself is really beautiful, like really, really beautiful, beautiful gold hardware. And then you pop your singles inside. These are the four I chose. Now I did swatch the luminizer, but I have not used these yet. So we do have foundation, concealer, a luminous blush, or I'm sorry, like a cream blush, and a highlighter. I'm really excited to try this. This is like very high quality, and also it is magnetic. I don't know if you could hear it, but it is magnetic as well. So if you happen to leave the zipper open, it's not going to come flying open. This feels beautiful. And again, it was $84 total, which is not inexpensive at all. So I really hope the quality is worth it. I'm going to be testing this out, so make sure you subscribe to see how I feel about this. I also did purchase 2 additional hair care products, but they are not here yet, but I'm going to include them in this video. So I did get my hair done. I have to mess with it a little bit, which is why it's up today, but this is the way my hair looked when I got it cut. The shag is back. She is shagadelic. She is fierce. And I bought 3 actually, of the hair care products that were used on me in the salon so I can replicate this look at home. The first 2 are from Hair Story. So this is a brand I've been curious about for a while. I purchased New Wash, which is a sort of shampoo and conditioner in one. It is very gentle and very good for color and also good for fine hair, which I do have. And I'm very excited to try that out more. They did use it on me in the salon and I loved it. And then I also bought the powder, which is really like a texturizing dry shampoo. And you guys, this went in my hair on Friday. I'm filming this on Monday. Like, do you see how much texture and volume my hair still has as if I just like zhuzh it a little bit? It's incredible. So I can't wait to have that. And I also purchased some more of the shag spray from Rabbit Brush. Wait a minute, let me get my old one. So I had already used this and talked about it. I think you can probably see how little I have left. This is a fantastic spray. This scent, by the way, is Velvet Vetiver. It smells like heaven. It is spicy and smoky and amazing, but this gives really good texture. If you have a shag, I would highly consider, or any kind of layers, or do you just want texture to your hair? I really enjoy this. So the 2 Hair Story products with a discount code were $64, and this was $28. There was no discount code on that. Good God, this is already really adding up. I mean, I guess you could say something else I spent money on was getting my hair done. I got it dyed last week and I got it cut last week. And this is the only spot where I'm not going to divulge how much I paid for those services because I will be honest, it was a lot. But the hair dye that I got done, I only get that kind of dye done where it's like the full bleach out. I only get that done about once a year, and the cut I get done maybe 3 times a year tops. But because I was a new client for this person, it cost extra because there was the whole consultation and things like that. So I'm not gonna lie, I spent a lot on those 2 things. Oh gosh, it's like really setting in. I'm not gonna lie, like my stomach is churning a little bit, and I didn't have like a specific budget, like I can only spend X per month. I did not necessarily think it was going to be this much. So when I was in New York City, I did purchase a few things. I went to New York City for just like a quick weekend. And one thing that I got, let me see if I can show you really up close. So on my pinky finger here, I did have this original ring that's at the bottom. This is called Band of Bones. And in the middle, we do have Michael Rodent, which is like a skull wearing Mickey Mouse ears. And I got another Band of Bones to kind of sandwich it in. That is from my favorite jewelry store in the whole wide world called The Great Frog. So many of my rings are from The Great Frog, and I am going to just be like head to toe Great Frog someday. Like, you know how some people like, wore chainmail suits back in the day? That's going to be me, just covered in Great Frog. But something else that was really cool that I found in New York that I was not expecting to is I found my absolute dream jacket. Literally, since I've been like an early teenager or so, I have been looking specifically for a fringed leather jacket with conchos, and I freaking found it in a New York City vintage shop. And here it is. It's amazing, and it's beautiful, and it fit me. And the price, I'll be honest with you guys, the price was $150, which is a lot of money, but not for a vintage 1980s fringed leather jacket. And it's in perfect condition. It is beautiful, and I'm so happy with it. So those are the things that I purchased this month. And again, I'll admit it was a lot of stuff. But a lot of it was covered by that tax refund. I don't know. It's making me squirrely. It's making me a little anxious. And I'm really hoping that when I come to you in April, I can say I spent way less money. Now, as far as what I've received in PR, I just realized I forgot to add this to my notes, but this was the month of receiving some more stuff from Kaleidos for their hair care collection. And let's see if I can show you first. There was this beautiful case that came with a bunch of accessories. So we do have some brushes, we have some combs, we have little clips, we have a bowl. I have not added the value of this yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on screen, the value for all of this. And I also don't have the full value for this, but they sent me about 1 million things of hair color. So I'm set for quite a while. I've really still been enjoying the hair color so much. I really feel like it's creamy. I've used it twice now, I believe. I really do enjoy it. Something else that I received in PR is the Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette from Nomad. I love this, and it is easily now one of my top favorite Nomad palettes. I think the color story is beautiful. It performs like a dream. The value of this is $49, and if you guys haven't gotten it yet, you can use my code, which is GLITTERFALLOUT. That is an affiliate code, and I just freaking love it so much. I love it so much. The shimmers are so beautiful. The mattes are so creamy. It's just gorgeous. I really feel like it's one of the best they've ever done. Something else that I am so happy that I received. So I've talked about this in the past, how the BK Beauty A506 brush is one of my favorite brushes that I own, okay? So it's a very dense, like angled, fluffy brush that is insanely soft, ridiculously. This is what I use every single day for my concealer when I pat it, because it's just, again, it's very soft. It's not going to like dent your under eyes, you know, if you're pounding or whatever. Who's pounding their own under eyes? Don't do that. I meant to say pouncing. But anyway, it's very soft and very comfortable, and I love it so much. And someone from BK Beauty reached out and asked me, like, is there anything you're running low on, anything you'd like? And I was like, well, I really love that 506 brush, and they sent me 2 more, which I'm so happy about, because since I use this every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, I have to clean this very often. So now that I have 2, I can be a lazy slob. These do retail for $24 each. And you guys, if you do not yet have this brush, get this brush, okay? I do have a discount affiliate code with them, so you can save on it. I believe my code saves you 10%. So if this is $24, you'd be saving $2.40 off your total. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it full price. It's worth it with the discount. This brush is amazing and has been like a game changer when it comes to my concealer. Now, the other thing I received in PR is kind of a weird one. So I don't know if I can call this PR, but I'm going to anyway. I've talked on here before about Influencer. So Influencer, anyone can apply for, and you might receive products to test out, and then you need to leave a review for them. So I actually received the new Kylie Cosmetics Cosmic Perfume, and I liked it, but not for me. I thought the smell was really, really nice. It didn't turn funky on me, which I thought was really cool, but it just wasn't for me. And I actually had a friend of mine that messaged me and she's like, tell me more about this perfume, because I'm really curious about it, but I don't know if I want to buy it. So to be honest, I sent them the perfume. I sent it to them because I feel like I wanted it to be in the hands of somebody who was going to love it. And she has it and she loves it now. So I'm so happy, because I knew that it would just kind of sit on my perfume shelf and I wouldn't use it as much as I should. So that retailed for $60. I was very happy to get it. I did leave my review. I will also leave, an Influencer link down below if you want to sign up. I don't get anything for that as far as I know. So it's just for you to receive free product. Now let's talk about items I wanted to purchase but didn't. The first thing is by Moira Cosmetics, which I feel like is going completely viral on TikTok and Instagram. Once Nikki Tutorials used it, it was everywhere. So they have 2 items that I've been curious about. The first, they have multi-chrome liners. And I feel like I talk about multi-chrome liners every time I do one of these check-ins, because I love my Kaleidos multi-chrome liners so much and I want more. And Moira has a ton of other colors, but I didn't bite the bullet yet. Okay, I'm trying. Like, that was one area where I was like, nope, nope, nope. Just try to be good, try to behave. But they also have, what are they called? Chroma light shadows. These shadows, some of them look stunning and they shift in the light and they have lots of sparkle. But I think that that is one where I can tell that like TikTok got me, okay? I was seeing it swatched and then somebody shone a spotlight on it and they were like, and you see all the shiftiness. I have shifty shadows. I do, and I love them. And do I want more? You bet your butt I want more, but do I need more? Absolutely not. So I'm pretty glad that I skipped both of those this month. As always, by the way, with the items I wanted to buy but didn't, it doesn't mean I'm never going to purchase those items. It just means I didn't this month. I've also been very curious about a few items from the e.l.f. Halo Glow line. So I have not tried the Halo Glow like liquid illuminizer, is that what it's called? Because I do have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I also do have the Auric Glow Lust. So I want to wait until I'm finished with at least one of those before I purchase that. but I've heard the setting powder is really, really nice. And I've been curious about the bronzer wands and the blush wands that look exactly like the Charlotte Tilbury wands. I'm sure the quality isn't the same, but I've been very curious, but did not purchase those. Also, I've been very curious about the Rare Beauty liquid liner, and that I blame Betty Jean for, because she keeps showing it on her channel and it looks so smooth and opaque and beautiful, but I haven't purchased it yet. I want to get through a few of my liquid liners because I have like 4 black liquid liners and I use them literally every single day, but I want to get through at least one before I purchase another. Older products that I have been loving. So the first thing I want to talk about are the About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paints. So actually the fluid eye paints, because this one color in Fractal has a bit of a sparkle to it, but these are all matte. These are so freaking cool. And I feel like I only remember to bring these out when Ulta puts them at 50% off, which happens often. And these are $8 when they're 50% off. So I always talk about it, but Vertigo Flowers is my absolute favorite color. Oh my God, I love it so much. It is just a neon lime green. And these are fantastic as bases, or if you don't want to use it as a base, you can take your brush and just kind of like shear it out a bit and just go over it gently, and it makes a beautiful like wash of color that can be a little less intense. Look how freaking pretty this color is specifically for the spring. Look at that. Oh my God. I could paint my whole body like this and look like Shrek or Fiona or a combo of both. I love this color. But these are really, really good quality. If you haven't gotten these yet, stop into Ulta and at least like try one on your hand because they're so good. Look at that. And I literally went like this on my hand once. Look at that color. I'm leaving this Shrekness on. Something else I've been loving. So this was sent to me and it is by Smashbox and it is one of their their Bead Legendary lip pencils. This color is medium brown and it is the most perfect brown lip liner ever. It really is gorgeous and it has just the perfect amount of warmth to it. So I feel like it goes with literally every lip. I wore it today, even though my lip is very pink. It's beautiful and these are super, super creamy. I just have been enjoying this and I'm going through it pretty fast, to be honest. A little bit goes a long way, but I've been using it like every day. Okay, now I was trying to swipe some of the Shrekness off because it's just, it's a little much for the rest of the video and it's not coming off. So I'm gonna take that off. Come on, get down with the Shrekness. Much better. I've also been loving still these Fantasy Cosmetica lipsticks from the Lost Library collection. The shade I'm wearing today is Hidden. These are so creamy, they almost feel like a gloss or a lip oil. They feel wet. They are so beautiful. It feels like a lip balm. They are so hydrating. They are so incredibly creamy. They are opaque. I love every single one of these, including like they've got like a dark blue and kind of almost an army green, and they're so beautiful. Every shade is so lovely. They all go on perfectly. None of them skip on your lips, and they leave me feeling hydrated. Like I don't feel like I need a lip balm or a lip gloss with these. They're so good. As far as what I've gotten rid of, you're going to have to stay tuned to a future video for that because I have gotten through a lot of products, like a lot of empties. I like to create empties videos to show you products that I've actually used up. And that's one area I will pat myself on the back for. I have been using up a lot of products lately, especially a good amount of makeup products. Usually it's like skincare or hair care that I use up. I'm using up a lot of makeup this time, and I'm very proud of myself for that because I feel like once you have a larger makeup collection, it's harder to use it up. So I'm very proud of myself for that. Yes, I am. And as far as other things bringing me joy, I'm not going to go too deep into this. I did mention this briefly in my March vlog, but I have been trying to pay attention more just to moving my body more. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm exercising 7 days a week, bro, and I'm trying to get ripped abs. No, I'm just trying to move a little bit more, and it has done wonders for my mental health, if I'm being honest. It's really hard for me to motivate myself to get started, but once I'm in that routine, I feel much better, and I don't find myself getting into, to be honest, like depressive slumps as often or things like that. So I'm very, very happy about that. I do feel good about that. I've been trying to, once in a while throw a fruit or vegetable inside my body, not like inside my body. This channel just went OnlyFans. I've been trying to eat a fruit or vegetable from time to time. And again, I just feel better. I know that that sounds obvious. It's like, oh, Linda, you exercised and ate some fruits and vegetables. Of course you feel better. I know. But when pizza is really delicious and bubble tea is even better than that, it's hard for me to be like, you know what, instead I'm going to have some snap peas. This hair over here is just going completely rogue. And you know what? We're just gonna, that's it. We're just gonna let it. It's gonna do its thing. But anyway, I've just been feeling better about that. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. But it is something that's bringing me joy. And that's it. That's my low buy check-in for the month. And again, I don't ever set myself a budget. I know a lot of people when they're doing a low buy say, I cannot spend more than $50 on makeup, or I cannot spend more than $100 on clothing this month, or whatever that might be. I don't do that for myself, but I do recognize patterns in myself when I have spent more than I'm comfortable with. And I am completely fine with my bills, knock on wood. My bills are all paid and I have money in savings, and I'm very, very thankful for that. But I still don't want to be spending this much on makeup, skincare, hair care, clothing. I want to be spending less, and I really do think I will be better in April, fingers crossed. So I'm hoping when I check in with you next month, that first list will be way less. But that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me on my low buy journey, and know that if you are on a low buy journey yourself, I am here to support you as well. There's a whole bunch of supportive people in the comments as well. So if you have any questions, or if you have any grievances, or if you want to talk about what you bought this month or what you didn't buy this month that you wanted to, leave them all in the comments. I feel like it's always like a nice big group of people saying, you know, hell yeah, you did the damn thing, or, you know, good job, or next month will be better if you want it to be, whatever it is. It's very supportive, and I'm kind of pumped about that. If you liked this video, I would love if you get a thumbs up. That really does help out my channel. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.